Talk that talk to me. Yes, I want to say big up to everybody that's got it locked in across the globe. Welcome to another edition of Fantastic Friday. It's Friday, August the 15th. Yeah, where is the time going though? Why the time flies so fast? Oh my, I tell you. But anyway, that's going all the vibes. It's time to talk the thing with Kim. Filling in for Kimmie. Kim here is Mr. Fresh Concepts. Yours truly. And today's topic is gonna be the new rules of dating in 2025. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The new rules of dating in 2025. All right, so I want to say big up to all of our listeners. Got it locked on Funtastic 93 FM. And those of you listening via radio, driving in your car, News Talk 93 FM on your FM dial, I want to say big up to you. Those of you at home, listen, if you want to participate, you can join our WhatsApp line 876-792-3530. You can also join our Instagram live at Funtastic 93 FM. You can drop your comments there. All right. So right now we're jumping into the discussion segment and we're looking at the new rules of dating in 2025. Did you know that the rules have changed in dating? It's no longer the regular dating game that we're used to, that we're familiar with. It's a whole new ball game out there. They call them the Gen Z? Yeah, the Gen Z dating arena is definitely different. If you haven't been dating for probably about the last 2 years or so, say you were in a relationship, you recently broke, and you say you have to check it out, or say you were just focusing on your school or your books or your professional career, and now you're ready to go out into the dating world, it's different. It's changed. The dating landscape has shifted over the past few years, and 2025 brings a completely new set of expectation and unspoken rules for singles. In a world where relationships can start with a comment under a post and end with an unread message notification, it's important to understand how romance is being defined. All right, so you know how it goes. You start a relationship simply by a comment under a post. It builds up. However, it ends with probably an unread message notification, being blocked. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, but the dating game has changed. It's very important to pay attention to the changes in the dating game. All right. So as they would say, as the youngsters would say, nobody come here with your old style. It's a whole different ball game out there. All right. So I'm going to jump into the discussion topic for today. And we're going to be looking at ways in which the dating arena has changed. Okay, we're looking at how the dating arena has changed, and we're looking for how we can navigate our way through it, how we can find our partners out there for the singles. All right, so ways in which the dating arena has changed. One of the most important areas we're going to start with is timing and digital etiquette matters. Now, when we're talking about timing, initiating conversations isn't just about interest anymore. It's also about how and when to do it. So people tend to observe from a distance first. They scan your profile, they react to your stories, or casually comment before sending a direct message. Yeah, it's all about online game nowadays. Most of the relationships that are formed, you might spot somebody in person, right? But you haven't really built a relationship yet. You probably get the contacts and say, I'll call you, or I'll WhatsApp you, or I'll message you on social media, or whatever it is, Instagram, Snapchat. But some of the time before the messages or the conversation starts, they're checking out your profile, they're watching your story, they're seeing what you post, right? So people are observing from a distance nowadays. They don't just introduce themselves and say, hey, we're together now, or all these things, right? So jumping in too quickly can come across as overly forward or insincere. Like, you just know the person, I just want this. So come on, take some time to get to know them. So many daters now expect a soft approach where organic interaction happens firstly before anyone indicates a deeper conversation. Even in smaller circles where everyone knows everyone, pacing yourself is seen as being respectful and intentional. Now, these examples that we're given usually falls for the majority. But I've seen cases where it's like the relationships need to be quick and fast. You know, you meet the person, if you don't message them by later today, them goodly forget about you. Yeah, yeah, it's true. And you know, if you don't set up a date in 24 hours, you're not interested. So you have to understand the I would say the type of person that you have found or you're interested in, and always try to know your, I would say, know your preference. Always try to know your preference. If that person's speed of how they're dating is not necessarily for you, I wouldn't say, you know, change yourself too much. Okay, you don't want to become a whole different person. So ensure that you find somebody that you can relate to on your level. You don't feel like you are being pressured into the relationship. All right. So most persons, as I would say, timing and digital etiquette matters. Try to match your person's interest, or try to find somebody that matches your interest. So if they are fast on the go, if you like that pace and that's what keeps your interest, find somebody that matches you. Because as I said, the dating game and the arena out there, it's a bit different. All right, so shout out to Ken checking in on the Instagram live. Welcome. We're talking about the new rules of dating in 2025. Now, point number 2, your online presence is the first impression. That's usually how things are nowadays. As I said, it's like a social media space. Even if you're dating, they want to see your Instagram. They want to know, you know, what's your WhatsApp so they can watch your stories. Social media profiles now play the same role that the first face-to-face conversations used to play. So, before responding to a DM or agreeing to meet up, many people will scroll through your photos, your highlights, your past posts, and even sometimes tag the content. Yeah, when people tag you, them go look on this person's page and say, wait, let me see where them know you're from and whatever it is. Right? All of these, they have access to nowadays, and they use this option to assess your personality, your lifestyle, and your authenticity. Right? So, if your profile only features memes or old photos, people may assume that you're hiding something or you're not as open or interactive. Yeah? Now, in contrast, sharing day-to-day moments like your work life, hobbies, or places you hang out gives a better context for those trying to figure out who you really are. So once again, as I said, know your, market, know the type of partner that you're looking for. And, you might not be much of a social media person, but if you're dating in 2025, it might call on you to be a bit more social. You're gonna be asking, how come you not post nothing? You're not posting a status, or they're going to probably think that you block them, or you're hiding. Oh, you don't show, I don't see all your posts, because social media becomes a big thing in relationships nowadays. So your prospective partners will be checking out your profile to see what you've been up to, what kind of person you are, before they try to set up a date, or before they even probably try to send you a message. They want to see who you are. And I agree. That would have been the case probably, if I was dating or looking at an option. If I meet you in person and, we exchange probably phone, yeah, hopefully you add me so I can see your stories or your posts and I can get an idea of the kind of person you are. That will minimize my, level of questioning, like, hey, what you do? What is this? What you like? You get to know the person just by, observing their profile. Because their social media is there, you see 2 posts with ice cream, so you say, okay, them like ice cream. You get an idea. So your social media page is like your relationship resume, to say. What to do when you buck up with somebody with a one photo on their profile? Well, you just got to go through the long steps of asking and interacting to get to know them more. I mean, if you see that and it breaks your interest, then are you really interested in them as a person? Or are you just trying to find somebody who is socially, active, or, on the social media space? So as I said, find what really matters for you. So number 1, consider timing and etiquette. So find out when is a good time to message, when is a good time to interact. Don't just bombard them with messages. Hey, how you doing? You look cute. What are you doing? You know, answer me, blah, blah, blah. People, time and place. Yeah? Try to maintain the same pace as the person you're interested in. Or just find somebody that goes at your pace. If you're fast paced, yeah, you're gonna need to match yourself with fast pace. If you're slow and steady, try and match yourself with slow and steady. Number 2, as I said, your online presence is your first impression. Your online page, whether it's your profile, your status, your story, that is now your dating resume. Are you posting 7 different persons every day? Who are these persons? What type of person are you? You know what I'm saying? They get that vibe from your profile. That is what we're talking about when we mention, the new dating rules of 2025. Now, number 3, voice notes are personal. Use them strategically. Yes, voice notes, as some of you might, look at them and simply think, yeah, I'm going to just say hi to you and send a voice note. People, voice notes have become a part of casual communication, but guess what? They're still considered intimate. And when I say intimate now, I don't mean like sexual or anything like that. When I say intimate, they are considered personal, as in like you can't just send somebody you just meet to their whole voice note. Keep it simple, right? So a 5-minute voice note from somebody you've just met can feel overwhelming or even inappropriate. Yeah? So many daters prefer to ease into the level of communication by starting with text messaging, then some short voice messages, and only using longer audio messages once the connection feels more comfortable. Yeah, you just meet somebody, hi, how you doing? Yeah, I met you earlier today, this is me, bam. Then after that, 7 minutes voice notes. I doubt you that the person will listen to all of that. Them don't know you like that, sir. Them don't know you like that, miss. All right, so voice note nowadays is very much of a touch and go situation. The best tip I can give you is to keep them short, concise. The long voice note when you just start dating, yeah, it can be a bit iffy. I doubt they're going to listen to all of that. All right, so it's not really about shyness, It's really about building trust and allowing the other partner to engage you at their own pace. All right. So yes, Leanna, welcome. We're talking about the 2025 new rules of dating. It's more of a social landscape now. We talk about time and etiquette, know when to message a person, know when to ask questions. We talk about your online presence. Your profile is your resume for dating nowadays. So yeah, I mean, it's a tricky resume as well, because some people, they put up the best photos and all these things. But I mean, we're not ruling out meeting them in person, but at least you get an idea as what they're up to. Voice notes are personal, so use them wisely, keep them short. Don't bombard your new partner or your prospective partner or somebody you're dating with long lengthy voice notes unless that part of the relationship has been established. You have to build your way up to that. Yeah, probably a 1 minute, then you see if them respond with a 1 minute. Yeah, you kind of take yourself into it step by step. All right, number 4, this is where one of the I would say interesting twists have come in 2025. Started about a bit in 2024, but most singles in 2025 are talking to more than one person at a time. So this became a trend, I would say, from about 2020. Probably before, but I'm talking about a global trend for most persons. But most singles in 2025 are talking to more than one person at a time. If you agree, you can let me know. If you disagree, you can let me know. But I think this is true. I've seen examples of it. Most singles are dating or talking to they are dating or talking to more than one person at a time. And it's not necessarily a sign of being disloyal. Instead, it reflects a mindset of connecting until something feels right. So it's pretty much like, I wouldn't say they're weighing their options, but they are trying to do more in the less time. So they want to find somebody for Christmas. So they might try date, 2-3 persons right now and probably narrow it to one by next month. I don't know what the schedule is like. I've never tried that multiple dating setup. But I mean, if you're not dating and you're messaging, sure, you message more than one person. You check out the conversations, you get interactive, and you see which one is more, aligned with your desires or your, interests. Then you can step it up to the dating stage where you probably ask out one. Some persons might ask out two, to get that personal vibe and then move from there. But nowadays in 2025, yeah, they're not holding back. They're dating more than one or two persons. They're dating multiple persons. They're talking to multiple persons. Trying to see, which one fits their vibe eventually, I assume. So the exclusive relationships typically come after several conversations, not before. This makes it important to clearly communicate intentions early on, whether you're casually getting to know somebody or you're actively looking forward to a relationship, getting into a serious relationship. So that way no one misreads the situation. So you'll hear somebody say, well, I'm not really interested in a serious relationship right now. That would be one of the signs that this person is talking to more than one individual. So my advice is, if you're okay and you want to be one of the options and you want to give yourself a try, you can go ahead and try it, but don't misread the situation and think that you are the only one in such a case. The person already told you that they're not looking for something serious right now. So you don't jump in there thinking, okay, I'm gonna be the one. Yeah, there's no guarantee there. You can get to know them more. You can, go ahead and interact. You can run dates, but it might take a while before you hear that specific person tells you that, okay, let's get into this relationship. Yeah. So it's very important to identify the type of relationship that the person is interested in and state your interest as well. Don't be, what you call it now, wishy-washy. You're unsure. Well, I don't know. I mean, we didn't look here, but we can be friends or no. Yeah. Try to be as clear as possible with your intentions. What your intentions are. If you're really looking for something serious, or you just, dating for fun, so that all parties are on the same page. All right, now this one, number 5 on our list. This one, I would say, is an interesting spin. Most of us have been seeing this earlier on in the game, but it's becoming a more popular trend, where we call it the soft launch. The soft launch has replaced public relationship posts. I remember back in probably about 2018, like, people would just be posting their couple full on. Everybody knows, say, oh yeah, new guy, whatever, new girl. All that used to be the trend back in about 2016, 2012, they're about coming up. But once it's hit about 2020, 2022, the new trend has been the soft launch. Now, publicly announcing a new relationship is no longer a priority. Updates are often made subtly. Now, a vague caption under a photo, a partial snapshot on a night out, or a shared post without tags, these are signs that, we'll get from persons who saying, hey, I'm with somebody now, right? So individuals are more cautious about exposing their relationships to public opinion or potential gossip, especially in areas where word spread quickly. All right. So definitely, this is an option that is definitely taking over the dating game. So only when the relationship feels secure are people willing to show full posts or make introductions online or offline. Yeah. So some people, I remember one time during our show, somebody said she now post her man until at the wedding day. That's when she know it's sure. All right. And even then, them say, boy, not sure, but at least, you guys have a commitment together. And that's it. That's a soft launch. Start showing the person back, them foot, them elbows. Persons call it the chicken parts. theory, or the chicken parts phase of the relationship, where you give the public slight hints that you are dating someone right now. You know, you show them hand, them head back, or whatever it is, but they don't publicly showcase the partner that they are with immediately. As them say, some people say, okay, they're waiting until the relationship is solid. Some people saying that they're avoiding potential gossip. Probably somebody in the group chat knows the person. All of these things, you know, probably a somebody else person, you know. So all of these things are taken into consideration when dating in 2025. All right, so we have some more of the new rules for dating in 2025 coming up. So don't go anywhere. We have the run through for you. So number one, timing is very crucial. So trust me, sometimes if you message somebody at the wrong time, you might not hear from them again. Like, it's very cool. Timing is off the bat crazy right now for dating. Number two, online presence or your online profile is your resume. So some people might just see a profile and don't like you anymore. Like, it's crazy. It makes sense sometimes, but it actually does. Gives you a vibe as to, you know, what kind of person the individual might be. But I don't know what you do for persons with a one profile, a one picture on the profile. You're going to have to probably ask questions and do it the old-fashioned way, getting to know them. All right, number three, voice notes are personal. Yeah, use them strategically. Don't just be sending the people long voice notes and links and all these audibles. People, ensure that you build a relationship, get into the conversation. Then, yeah, if you want to do a long message, you might need to call, right? But I don't know, just meeting somebody, sending them a 5-minute or 10-minute voice note might come across the wrong way. Soft dating. As I said, some nowadays, especially 2025, people are talking to multiple persons, right? So right off the bat, you might not want to say, okay, this person has me as their only option. Ask them. Don't just assume, right? If somebody's saying that they're seeing what I go on, sometimes that person might be dating other persons or talking to other persons. So, I mean, it's not necessarily that, you know, they want to date multiple persons, but it's a way for them to weigh their options or to see who really is interested before putting a title to the relationship. It makes sense, but I mean, sometimes you might get distracted. Some people might get mixed up. There are pros, there are cons. The soft launch, yes, that's one of the steps as well in the new style of dating where, yeah, even sometimes the friends them barely know the guy or the girl. You know what I say? Soft launch, you introduce a little picture, a little two hands by the steering wheel or by the, yeah, and they say, okay, on a date, kind of nervous, all these things. You should look at elbow at the restaurant. As them say, the mixed parts phase, where you show parts of the partner, but they don't publicly announce who they are with until the relationship has reached a certain milestone. You know, 6 months or, 1 year. Depends on the person. As I said, somebody said they'll wait until marriage to post them. But yeah, that's how it is in the 2025 dating game. We'll be right back after the break with the other set of rules.